and welcome to Star Inside News. Today we are going to share Kelly sentenced to 30 years in prison. 9 months after he was found guilty in sex trafficking case, Kelly has been sentenced. The U.S. Attorney Office for the Eastern District, New York, revealed that Kelly will be serving 30 years behind bars. During the sentencing hearing, 7 of Kelly's victims gave impact statement. One woman told Kelly in court, "You made me do things that broke my spirit. I literally wished I would die because of how low you made me feel. Do you remember that?" Another woman told the court, "I once lost hope, but you restored my faith." Kelly was in the courtroom but did not address the court. Earlier this month, prosecutor argued why Kelly should get a long sentence. In a filing, the prosecutor said the defendant's decades of crime appears to have been fueled by narcissism and a belief that his musical talent absolved him of any need to confirm his conduct, no matter how predatory, harmful, humiliating, or abusive to others to the strictures of the law. They argued that Kelly's actions were brazen, manipulative, controlling, and coercive. He has shown no remorse or respect for the law. Put simply, Kelly's crimes were calculated, methodological, and part of a long-standing pattern of using his platform as a larger-than-life musical persona and his deep network to gain access to teenagers, many of whom were particularly vulnerable, and then to exploit them for his personal gain and sexual gratification. The filing statement. In response to the filing, Kelly attorney Jennifer Bonjean requested a sentence of less than 14 years in prison. In September, Kelly was found guilty of racket and sex trafficking. The U.S. Attorney Office for the Eastern District of New York announced the news, revealing Robert Sylvester Kelly was convicted today by a federal jury in Brooklyn of all 9 counts of a superseding indictment charging him via racket predicted on criminal conduct, including sexual exploitation of children, forced labor, and Mann Act violation involving the coercion and transportation of women and girls in interstate commerce to engage in illegal activities. Starting August 18, jurors heard from 45 witnesses, including 10 victims, as well as Kelly's employees. Jurors were also presented with text messages, audio messages, recordings, photographs, and more evidence. The U.S. Attorney Office says Kelly had rules for the women and girls he preyed on, including insisting that they call him Daddy, asking for permission to eat or to use the bathroom, keeping their head down, and never speaking to other men. He was also accused of requiring victims to engage in sex with him and others, and was said to have recorded many of the sexual encounters. Acting U.S. Attorney Cassilis said in statement, "Today guilty verdict forever brands Kelly as a predator who used his fame and fortune to prey on the young, the vulnerable, and the voiceless for his own sexual gratification. A predator who used his inner circle to ensnare underage teenage girls and young women and men for decades in a sordid web of sex abuse, exploitation, and degradation. To the victim in this case, your voice was heard and justice was finally served. We hope that today's verdict brings some measures of comfort and closure to the victims." Kelly was previously acquitted on child pornography charges in 2008 and is facing more charges in other states. According to the Associated Press, he has pleaded not guilty to sex-related charges in Illinois and Minnesota. No trial date has been set in those cases. If you like the video, kindly like, comment, share, and subscribe.
I should fuck her